After the U.S. Supreme Court recently signaled a willingness to dramatically weaken abortion rights across the country, dozens of women's health and rights groups are positioning California as the safe haven for women to obtain the procedure now and in the future. Jody Hicks is the CEO of Planned Parenthood Affiliates of California.
The governor issued a proclamation a few years ago that California was a reproductive freedom state. And I think now we're moving beyond that as a value, but really how that goes into practical effect.
Hicks says California must prepare for an influx of women from all zip codes seeking abortion. That idea was central to a report released this week by the Future of Abortion Council, which made more than 40 recommendations, including a call to the state to fund programs to train additional abortion providers and legal protections for women from states where abortion becomes illegal.
I mean, our health centers already are, impacted with security needs and people that, harass patients and providers every day. And so they already are subject to those issues. And there's certainly concerns for increases around that. And some of that is in the recommendations too, and ensuring security and safety for providers as we move forward.
The report comes as the Supreme Court considers overturning or weakening its landmark 1973 Roe v. Wade decision, which legalized the procedure nationwide. At least 24 states are certain or likely to ban abortions if the court limits or overturns Roe, according to the Guttmacher Institute, which studies abortion rights, predicting that as many as 1.4 million women may drive into California for abortion services if neighboring states outlaw or severely limit access to the procedure.
Guttmacher Institute did a report that predicts a 3,000% increase in people that will find California as their closest clinic should Roe v. Wade be overturned and should 26 states go into effect as predicted. And so we're trying to prepare for that, but it's also important to note that, these kind of barriers to care always disproportionately affect people of color, people with low incomes. And so we're really, looking at people that can access travel outside of the state that they live in. And so I think what keeps us all up at night is if we don't see an influx of patients, and that means that people aren't able to travel to receive the care that they so desperately will need.
The fate of Roe will be decided by the end of June when the conservative-dominated court rules on a restrictive Republican-backed Mississippi law that bans abortion after 15 weeks.